Hi everyone, I'm Joy Waller. The definition of my mom's name, Karen, is purity. And I think she was always driven to embody the spirit of purity, to envision and construct a unique world that lived up to soaring ideals. This was evidenced in wild endeavors like buying an acreage of land on a remote mountain and going on mission trips to Brazil, Africa, Asia, Israel. It was also clear in smaller ways, like her disdain for rules that made no sense. I remember being delighted and impressed when we were hiking one day and she blithely knocked over a no trespassing sign so we could walk where we pleased. Mom was a woman of firm beliefs and had an independent way of going about virtually everything that she did. I think she was perplexed to have a daughter who was so similar. Perplexed because the beliefs and the ways of going about things were often so radically opposed. The clashes were inevitable. But what I am eternally grateful for is that despite our mutual stubbornness, we developed a deep friendship that has sustained me and nourished me for my entire life, even while living continents apart. I never would have thought it would be possible to grow so close to somebody who was so different from me. And my mother demonstrated time and again that the simple act of loving someone transcends anything else. It's rare. Mom was constantly evolving and honing her skills in her pursuit to make the world a better place. In the late 1980s, she was an advocate of health food long before it became fashionable, much to the chagrin of her family, who went through periods of enforced meals of tofu and bulgur and lentils. She later became deeply involved in her Christian faith. She was always active in her church, but as years went on, she took on ever-expanding roles as teacher and counselor, providing the members of her tribe with solace in hard times and a safe space to worship and commune. She changed and perhaps saved many lives with her kindness. For all her powerful presence, Mom had a gentleness that lay at her core. She showed this to me in countless sweet texts and thoughtful care packages loaded with gifts, always festooned with heart stickers. And her gentleness met resilience when she tended to her son, Lance, in the final years of his life. I would never describe my mother as particularly patient, but that changed during this heartbreaking period, and a softness and tenderness emerged in their relationship that was incredibly moving. Mom also became almost superhuman with her care for my dad over the last several years, despite countless external obstacles and her own increasingly difficult health battle. I am amazed and humbled that she continued to do so much, to provide advocacy and care and love, all while dealing with her own pain. Over the past 2 years of the pandemic, and since her diagnosis, my mom and I became even closer, talking on the phone every week, and I subconsciously thought that I was helping her, supporting her during stressful times, but in fact it was the opposite. It was she who supported me. She who was the one constant I could turn to in a strange world of restrictions and isolation. She made me feel less cut off from the world. Hearing her voice on the phone every week was a lifeline for me. I looked forward to it and was nurtured by it so much. There is an irreplaceable void now in my living room on Saturday mornings where I used to curl up and chat with her. In closing, I think, living up to her name, she left this world a purer place than she found it. She made an indelible mark everywhere she went. driven by the highest of personal ideals. She was an unforgettable, complex, and vibrant woman. I learned so much from her strength of character, and more importantly, from her unwavering love. I'm so looking forward to the day we can kick over no trespassing signs in heaven and go for a walk wherever we want for eternity.